So I didn't know if you wanted that, so like...
When an epic cast comes together for a movie as fiery and action-packed as a movie like The School for Good and Evil, there are definitely going to be some hilarious moments in between takes. Let's get into it. Number 1. Sometimes your mouth doesn't match your brain. We imagine memorizing lines comes naturally.
Do you want the line, Lawrence, or no?
Yes, please.
Well, most of the time anyway. Even with all the time spent memorizing, sometimes it comes out a little bit, different than expected.
Now that nonsense is... Nada.
Obviously, when digging through the blooper reels, we're going to find a lot of instances where the cast can't get their lines out. Luckily, the actors are always allowed more than one take to get it right. Though we wouldn't mind seeing an alternate cut with just one take per scene.
I can't wait. They say some people can I can't wait. They say some people can They say some people can I'm so sorry.
Number 2. King or queen? Does it even matter?
Sorry. What?
Sophia Wiley had a hard time getting this jab out to Jamie Flatters. It seems like nobody caught that little mistake aside from Jamie.
I think when you become queen, they're gonna have to find a bigger crown to fit on that swelled head of yours.
Could it have made the final cut if he didn't call her out?
Queen.
Who knows?
Queen? Yeah, gender neutral, bro.
Number 3. It doesn't matter how many takes we do. They're going to devour it all in the blooper reel. By they, we're definitely talking about us.
It doesn't matter what we do. No, what we are.
Sometimes you just gotta let it out.
It doesn't matter what we...
Even a major professional like Charlize Theron needs to get a few giggles and curse words out before landing that perfect take.
Do you want to go a little further back?
No.
Number 4. Some people might forget which character they're playing. We imagine it happens all the time.
I am Lady Lesso, Dean of the School for Good.
Luckily, Charlize Theron, in her Lady Lesso costume, was standing right behind Kerry Washington to helpfully remind her of the character she was actually playing.
Oh God, I'm not Lady Lesso.
Number 5. Sometimes it's helpful to be affirmed by your castmate.
I'm just gonna look back a couple times at looking into Gregor's eyes. Okay.
I'm here, baby.
Can we say bromance? Number 6. Sometimes that wall just comes out of nowhere. And sometimes your dramatic exit doesn't go as planned.
Sweet dreams. Never.
They're definitely gonna need someone to fix that door handle before the next take.
What just happened?
Number 7. Not in the actual movie, only in the bloopers.
I present to you today.
Yeah, they definitely had to reset after that one.
Airplanes.
Don't the passengers on the plane know they're filming a movie down there?
All across my take.
Number 8. In between all the stunt work and fight choreography, the cast made time for a little bit of fun. We're definitely counting fun as practicing your moves with your sweaty coworker after a full day of fight training. Number 9. This cast is clearly musically inclined. Check out these stellar dance moves that we can only assume were done with a Pokemon TikTok filter. Whose TikTok were these posted to? Does anyone know? Let us know in the comments for research purposes. Aside from that, we've also got some excellent piano ballads done in full makeup and costume in between takes. Number 10. Did you know that there was actual fire coming out of the ceiling? We can only imagine how many takes it took to perform this fight. Sophia Wiley had a lot to say about the dramatic effects implemented in the fiery scenes. I remember, during the 5 minutes that the scene lasted, it would get so hot because there was, fire in the ceiling. And it was so distracting because we're trying to do our lines, but all you hear is boom, 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 over and over and over and over again. It was really crazy, but it felt like it gave it, a very evil and dramatic vibe. Number 11. We can only imagine how long these actors had to spend in the harness. Were these panicked screams more authentic than we realize? Who knows? This poor stunt performer was relentlessly thrown around like a rag doll. But at least he was wearing a helmet. Luckily, stunt performers get paid for every single take they do on set. Number 12. Not even the costumes were safe in this film. We're being dramatic, but it did leave Sophia Wiley's arms completely scraped up.
Oh my gosh, this is what you were wearing in that final scene.
Though the dress was absolutely beautiful, the fabric was definitely a bit more coarse than your average day-to-day wear. She had to keep her composure as she held her castmate through this particularly emotional scene.
I had full-on scrapes all over my arms because I was holding you, and these are dangerous.
Number 13. Sometimes you just have to let it all out. Number 14. It's annoying when you want something to break and it just doesn't. We're not sure how many takes this actually took, but we had a pretty great time watching it play out.
Why did you give me the dodgy one?
Shouldn't it come pre-broken or something?
Oh, for God's sake.
Number 15. And then we have the opposite problem.
Your unique talent is
There are a few more that involve the same prop. This definitely caused a lot of resets.
Come on, everybody, open!
That thing will just not stay on.
There you go. Oh.
Luckily, we find out it's not a genuine one, so it doesn't really matter how many tumbles it takes.
You know, it's not a genuine one. I thought I was making a saving, but it's not as good as the real one.
Lesson learned. Number 16. Sometimes it takes a few tries.
Oh my gosh.
Shall we?
Oh my gosh.
When trying to pull a prop from her costume, Charlize Theron found herself getting pretty frustrated with the limitations of her coat. It definitely took a handful of takes to complete this little sequence.
It is Paul's fault. It is Paul's fault.
Number 17. Definitely not an easy skill to master, on or off set. Sophia Ann Caruso definitely had her fair share of mishaps trying to shoot her bow and arrow.
Oh, that must have hurt. You good?
Luckily, she was able to get a few practice takes in before landing on the one that made the final cut. Number 18. There were quite a few E.T. references behind the scenes.
Trying not to look like E.T.
E.T. phone home.
Number 19. Sometimes, the wrong look can make a take completely unusable. Even if you're giving your best blue steel, most of the time, you're supposed to act like the camera isn't even there.
Tell them all the simper. And it's straight at camera. Let's go. Sorry.
It's okay, Freya. You're definitely not alone in that regard.
Am I supposed to look at that mark?
One more for good measure.
You can hone into a powerful right into the camera.
Number 20. The cast seems to have a lot of fun on set, even if they aren't always the most graceful.
Oh, my shoe. Sorry.
Was this the same shoe that caused this hilarious misstep?
Oh, Jesus.
We can only imagine how many little trips and fumbles were caused by the elaborate costumes in this film. So this cast had to endure fire coming out of the ceiling, an excessive amount of harnessing, dangerous fabrics, props that just wouldn't break, and stops that wouldn't stop breaking, as well as some really fun downtime in between scenes. What was your favorite on-set mishap? Let us know in the comments.